All right, we're back for more Duskmourn drafts. Do you guys see how insane the prices on Zur Eternal Schemer went this week? That card was 70 cents, and now it's like $20. I wish I'd bought more. All right, well, a lane line or a Verge, neither of which is that great. That being said, there's not too much other great stuff in the pack anyway. So what do we have? Defiant Survivor. If it's tap second main, Manifest Dread. Savior of the Small. And Monstrous Emergence and Hand That Feeds are okay. But we'll take our ticks when we can, even if they're not very many. In this case, not even one. All right, pack 2. Bottomless Pool Locker Room. 2 different liver dies. Painter's Studio and Defaced Gallery. Shrewd Storyteller. Cult Healer. Fear of Immobility. Hand That Feeds. Monstrous Emergence. Murder. And Trapped in the Screen. This pack is stacked. Wow. I feel like the best card is probably Painter's Studio. I think he synergizes with a lot of Duskmourn cards. Which one are you talking about? The Manifest dude? Yeah. Yeah, let's take Painter's Studio. Marina Vendril. Zur? Oh, Zur. Yeah. He synergizes with the Overlords and Rooms. Okay, so Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab is good. Fear of Exposure is okay. And then the rest of the pack is basically just a bunch of filler. But getting Marina Vendril this early makes me really want to try to do this. So enters, reveal the top 7, put all the enchantments into your hand, tap to lock or unlock a door of a room you control, activate as a sorcery. I really want to try to do this. So let's go. And there's nothing else in this pack that's like so good that I'm really sacrificing anything by taking it. If I wasn't taking her, I would probably just take Cadaver Lab. Rooms.deck, indeed. Let's take Marina Vendril. All right, so Leyline, yeah, whatever. What else do we have here? We've got Terramorphic, and yeah, like not a lot of great stuff. I guess there's Let's Play a Game. There's also Soul Rager, which matters if we're going to be a room deck, and it is a good way to like block early onslaughts in order to get to Marina. I don't think Terramorphic's even that good to begin with. There's also the option of like taking the Peculiar Lighthouse in order to have more fixing, but I feel like these wheel pretty often. Like you don't really need them, and with both this and Terramorphic in the pack, we'll probably get one of them to come around. So let's just go ahead and take, I guess, Rampaging Soul Rager. Okay, we've got, let's see. This card's fine, and it's both an enchantment and it's a way to go tutor a land, which can help us ramp to Marina and color fix us. Then there's Underwater Tunnel Slimy Aquarium, and then nothing else is really that great here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the green room. Marina Vendril's Grimoire. Well, we obviously have to take that because of Marina Vendril, right? Obviously not. It's so weird. It's an artifact and not an enchantment, even though it's Marina Vendril's Grimoire. All right, so if we're not taking that, what are we taking? Shepherding Spirit so that we can plane cycle? Or Found Footage because it'll just like help us fix for not fix for colors, but just like get cards? Or Ragged Playmate just because it's a cheap creature that we can block with? I don't think any of them are that great of options to begin with, so I'll just take the Plane Cycler. Why not? Okay, we have Glassworks, and that's like the best card in the pack by far, so we're definitely taking that. There's also Murder, Soul Rager, and Peculiar Lighthouse. And unfortunately, with 8 cards left in this pack, none of that's wheeling. Let's see, what will we wheel? We'll probably wheel the green aura. Anyway, take Glassworks. Okay, wow, there's Murder, but people just do not care about this. How many packs now have we seen Murder in? Like 4? That said, I don't even think we can take it because we're obviously not going to have black be one of our primary colors, and it's going to be hard to double splash the 2 black pips. And we just have this solid Death Touch creature that we can play early. We're probably going to be Gruul, and then if we're splashing Marina, it'll just be a light splash for all the other colors. Okay, Monstrous Emergence or Watchdog or Grab the Prize or the Dual Land. I think it's got to be Monstrous Emergence. We may not even wind up playing Marina or the Shepherding Spirits. Fix the mana values here. This is 3, this is 5, this is 3, this is also 3, this is also 3. Okay, there's another Monstrous Emergence, or we take Hand That Feeds, or the Dual Land. I'm gonna take Monstrous Emergence again. All right, a 4-mana 4/4 is okay. There's also the option of taking the Dual Land, but we may wind up just cutting Marina. Regardless of whether we wind up with Marina in our deck or not, I would be fine playing this. But if we don't wind up with Marina in our deck, I don't want this Dual Land in that case. So we'll just take Cautious Survivor. Only card in our colors. Take this one. Say Its Name versus Anthropede. Anthropy just sucks so much that I would rather take Say Its Name just on the off chance that we wind up using it. And an island. Okay, we got Unstoppable Slasher, and what's the other rare? Dazzling Theater Prop Room. Creature spells of Convoke, untap each creature you control during each other player's untap step. Alright, we're definitely playing Unstoppable Slasher. Or taking it, rather. This card is just so ridiculously good. This one is essentially just your creatures have vigilance. That's basically what this says. How many enchantments do we have? 3? Just 3? We need more if we're going to play Marina. Pack also has Cadaver, Defiled Crypt, Drag to the Roots. Those are like the big ones. All right, Slasher away. Mind Skinner, which there's like 0 chance we're going to play. Then there is a dual land. There's Norin, which is not good in this deck. Sheltered by Ghosts is here, and that is an enchantment, although it's off color. There's the green Grasping Longneck, which is an enchantment as well, but is also not great. So Norin is really good in the Bora in just aggro decks, but this is clearly not an aggro deck. And Longneck is just very replaceable. I think I would rather take Sheltered by Ghosts. Mind Skinner is 0.05 ticks, so we're not taking that. For Fear of Being Hunted, Gremlin Tamer, which would go great in a Room Marina Vendril deck, although obviously we're not going to be able to play it on 2 unless we radically change colors, but it's great. Murder, once again, 3 picks deep in the pack. And then there's just a bunch of like filler cards. So I'm going to take Gremlin Tamer. Highest upside. Obviously, if I was trying to maximize like the potential of the deck, I would just abandon this whole Marina Vendril idea and just try to be straight 2 colors. But where's the fun in that, guys? Beastie Beatdown. 2 target creature you control and target creature an opponent controls. The creature you control deals damage equal to its power to the creature's opponent controls. If you have Delirium, it gets 2 counters. There's that. There's another Monstrous Emergence, which I'm not going to take over Beastie Beatdown. And then there's more filler with Hand That Feeds. Oh, and Exercise as well. Exercise is pretty good too. All right, take. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 removal if we splash into Sheltered Ghosts. 5 for Glassworks. Right, take Beastie Beatdown. Drag to the Roots. And then a bunch of whatever. Manifest Dread is fine. But Drag to the Roots. Actually, Drag to the Roots isn't even that good, is it? It really isn't. But I don't think I would play anything else over it. Maybe... No, not the Bedhead Beastie, because probably we're going to wind up as red as being our second color. So that just leaves, like, Manifest Red. I could just take Bedhead Beastie anyway, and then maybe red isn't our second color. I'll take Drag to the Roots. Disturbing Mirth, 2 Miasma Demons, and 2 Fear of Lost Teeth. How are there 2 duplicate cards in the pack? Huh. Well, regardless, I'm going to take Inferno. All right, Bedhead Beastie, long neck. I guess we're taking long neck. It's a printing error. Yeah. I guess I could also take Fear of Immobility, but it's on 5. Yeah, let's take long neck, I guess. All right, so there's another long neck, or I can take one of the land cyclers. I'm just going to take the second long neck. Okay, there's the Rip Chain, which I don't want. So the other options are the dual land or Defiled Cadaver Lab. And I would like, I think Fixing is more replaceable than this. So we're just going to take Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab. I'm basically firmly on the plan that we're essentially basic rule splashing the other 3 colors, and I'm going to build the deck accordingly. So take this. All right, what do we have? Another long neck, or we can take Daggermaw Megalodon to fetch blue. Oh, one thing I hadn't considered is that all of these land cycling cards cost double pips, so we can't only play 1 land with them unless we treat them purely as cycling. So I'll just take another long neck, I guess. I guess between the 3 of these cards, this is the least worst. Actually, Frantic Strength might be good in this deck. I don't know. I think I'm more likely to play that than I'm a second Cautious Survivor. So let's just take this one. All right, Fear of Immobility. Which room is this one? Unlock, draw 2. Whenever a creature attacks alone, +1/0, Death Touch. We'll take the Fear. Okay, probably not playing this. And definitely not playing that. Pack number 3. What are we doing? So what is our fixing right now? We have Thornspire Verge. We have... the green room that fetches. Okay, this is interesting. Enduring Tenacity and Kona. What is this one? Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much. Die, return, and Kona. And Kona sort of lets us cheat on things that are off color. Well, they're both not worth any ticks. So other potential options in this pack are Rootwise Survivor. This is probably going to be way harder. This is already in one of our primary colors. This is double black. Do we have anything that gains us life? We have Sheltered by Ghosts, grants life link, and we have... I think that's it. All right, so we're taking Kona. Ooh, Defiant Survivor. There's also Patched Plaything, both of which are good. There's a Terramorphic. I don't want to take that over either of these. There's also Soul Rager, but between any of those cards, we're going to take Defiant Survivor. To be fair, though, we don't have anything that lets us tap our stuff, right? So our main way of tapping this will be remove our opponent's creature and attack. Bottomless Pool, Locker Room, Break Down the Door, Fear of Abduction, a Dual Land, Ticket Booth, Meat Locker. So this is the room pack, basically. Probably can't play this, although we can Kona into it. This is just like solid removal or it becomes a creature. I think between anything, though, I'm more likely to want a room. Ticket Booth is solid. This thing, unfortunately, is completely off our colors. I guess strictly speaking, I don't have to be red, but I'm definitely not either of these colors. I've been pretty happy with Ticket Booth every single time it's been in our deck. Leyline of the Void, we're not taking that. There's a lot here. Rootwise Survivor. There's Coordinated Clobbering, which I'm not going to take because we already have a bunch of spells of that ilk. Midnight Mayhem is for a different deck than we are. Scrabbling Skull Crab, also not probably what we want to be doing. Cult Healer is kind of off color. So Rootwise Survivor is basically that and Ticket Booth. And this guy is pretty decent. So I say we just take him. Threats around every corner. ETB, Manifest Dread. Whenever face down permanent you control enters, search your library for a basic, put it on the battlefield tap. Now, while that does fix us, there's also Wickerfolk Thresher, who is just ridiculous. A 4-mana 5/4 that, if you have Delirium, has the Risen Reef trigger. So yeah, we're going to take Wickerfolk Thresher. Okay, Fear, Anthropede, not taking that. Kind of don't want anything in this pack. Like, I'm probably not playing any one of these cards. Fear of Being Hunted, I guess I would play. Maybe. All right, Fear of Being Hunted it is. Wildfire, Wickerfolk. And there's another room thing, but I don't think I can justify taking that over the Wickerfolk. How much is the Manifest creature? It's a 5/5. Maybe I can. Like, we're not really an aggro deck. Yeah, okay, I guess we'll take this one. Brood Spinner. Oh, perfect. 3-mana green creature that fetches a basic land. There's also another Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab, which I would kind of like, but if I'm going to play Marina Vendril, I really need fixing. So, fix us away. Okay, I don't want any of these. Yep, there's no more. I don't want any of these. Okay, so I had this. Anthropede. All right, I would actually play this guy, though. So, take him. Which room is this one? I might play that. Cult Healer or this dude. This guy's so bad that we basically never run him. But we're not going to play Cult Healer, so I guess just take this. All right, say it's name number 2, fine, and a land. All right, so this deck looks like a mess. Get him. Welcome to the chat, Little Mushroom Guy. Glad to see you. So, yeah. So obviously we're way over budget, so let's sort by mana value, group the creatures separately, and then we've got to do some fixing here because this is wrong. So the rooms, this is a 3-mana spell. This is a 3-mana creature. This is a 3-mana spell. This is a 3-mana spell. And then this is actually kind of 5 mana. And then there's the Painter Studio, which is 3. And then there's obviously too many spells. So, all right, first of all, I'm not going to play Shepherding Spirits because if we only run 1 Plains in the deck, we can never actually cast this. So I don't want 2 mana go fetch a Plains. So that's gone. I got to remember to put this Thornspire in my deck. Next up, can I scale this up? No? Okay. So obviously way too many spells. What is our spell count right now? It's 9, 10, 12. Okay. I've been severely unimpressed by the 5 mana removal in this set, so we can just get rid of that. What else? So there's all the doors. We're not going to cut a single one of the doors because all of our doors are good. I don't know why I keep calling them doors because they're rooms. Then we're not cutting any rooms, and one of the reasons being that we are... Like, they're all good. We need the green ones for fixing. We have these Soul Ragers, so we want as many rooms as possible. We want as many enchantments as possible from Marina, so those are not going. Drag to the Roots can go, because it's similar to Inferno in that it's an overexpensive removal spell. Sometimes it'll be 2 mana, most of the time it won't. Now, at that point, so I want my enchantment count to be as high as possible for Marina, but at the same time, we kind of have to cut stuff here. So the Frantic Strength is probably our worst spell, so we can cut that. So these are basically the same thing, right? Like, sort of. I guess Beastie Beatdown, you can get blown out, whereas you can't with Emergence. But this, you get counters. What can go from our creatures, man? We only have 2 creatures that cost 2. This deck's going to be awkward AF. Ticket Booth, this guy, a bunch of long necks, Defiant, Fear. So the 4 mana creatures, a lot of them are not good. I've been severely unimpressed by this guy. He can go. Cautious Survivor, similarly. Like, you'd think a 4 mana 4/4 would be good, but it just isn't. So get rid of that. I feel like Fear of Being Hunted isn't great. We don't really have a good way, like we have nothing good to follow it up with, right? Like we play Fear of Being Hunted, and then we don't have like, oh, we can cast this thing on the following turn. It is an enchantment though, and can thus be found off Marina, but I think we probably have enough enchantments to where that's not super important. Like, what can we cast after this? Nothing really. All right, get rid of Fear. Oh wait, these are technically creatures, right? Because at 5 mana they become creatures. So we actually have fewer spells than I thought. All right, so what are we cutting from creatures? This feels really, really good if you can get it going. What's our current enchantment count before we cut anything else? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is Kona even good? It doesn't cheat doors, and there's only 3 cards in the entire deck that are even bigger than it, and we have no way of tapping it. I'm going to say it's not good. We'll cut Kona. This last cut is vexing me. I'm not cutting any rooms, and I'm not cutting any of these removal spells. I really don't want to cut an enchantment, because I want to get the maximum value out of Marina and Gremlin Tamer. That being said, if I didn't care about that, the easiest cuts would be one of the 3 long necks or Fear of Immobility. I guess let's cut Fear of Immobility. My thinking is that in some cases, we might not have white mana by the time we get to it. All right, so now, color sort. I'll get a long neck spin. Oh, they're not very good, but they're just a cheap thing that we can play in this deck, and they're enchantments that Marina can find, and they're enchantments that trigger Gremlin Tamer. Also, between them and Soul Ragers, we have 5 creatures at 3 mana that have 4 power that we can slap Sheltered by Ghosts onto and start gaining a bajillion life. So that's something to think about. Also, we have 3 different removal spells that care about the power of creatures. So that also matters. Anyways, so we've got to add, so we're obviously way overrepresented on green over red, and all of our green is what finds the other colors. So we're going to want the Thornspire Verge in our deck. And then we're going to want to add 1 of each basic of non-Gruul colors. And then we're going to want, so let's see, something like that. What does that put us at? 40? So that means Forests is 8 plus the Thornspire Verge. And then we have the 5 mountains plus the Thornspire Verge. So basically 6 here, plus 1 of each other basic. Seems good to me. All right, let's do it. For everybody who's watching this on the stream, I hope you're enjoying the BGM. I have to keep trying different ones because YouTube keeps copyright claiming everything. And for those on YouTube after the live stream who are watching the recorded version of this, you will not be hearing any BGM because I strip it out again for copyright reasons. On the play, round 1. All right, we only have 1 land. Well, that's rough. Okay, so we don't have green, but we do have Slasher and Ticket Booth. So we'll keep this and we'll chuck back the Fight spell. So we need green in order to cast either one of these. All right, yeah, let's chuck away the Fight spell. Mountain, go. Lands from our opponent, play a swamp, pass. All right, so Selesnya, Zealots. Unfortunately, white is one of the colors that can exile the Slasher, but all right, we're just going to do it anyway. So Slasher, proceed. Opponent plays Fear of Surveillance, but nothing else. So this seems like they're holding up the kill spell, which if they are, I mean, kudos to them. We're not going to not attack. So combat, swing. No, they're blocking. Okay. Jump scare. Sure. Okay, so we get to trade 2 for 1 here. All right. Resolve this. Comes back. So I can play Painter Studio to try to impulse draw into more lands, or I can just play Ticket Booth. I think I'm better off just Ticket Boothing. Cast Ticket Booth. Trigger. All right, well, we would have actually hit a forest, but who was to say that would be the case? All right, take Sheltered by Ghosts, I guess. I don't think I have any way of getting my Manifest stuff back, but it is what it is. Opponent casts Glimmer Seeker. Okay, card we can't play, so we have to cast Painter's Studio now. I can't block this, nor can I attack into it. Well, I can attack into it if I flip the faced gallery. Okay, so Painter's Studio, trigger. Okay, there's a forest, thank goodness. So, unfortunately, the Monstrous Emergence only counts creatures that we have access to, so not this one. So we can't actually kill this right now. And we're not going to block it. On the other hand, attacking doesn't matter because they'll just block with Zealot. So, I guess I just open the gallery and then pass, and then kill this next turn. All right, unlock the gallery, pass to them. So we get to go 4/4, Emergence, kill this guy, or whatever bigger creature they play. Glimmer Seeker attacks, no blocks. Then they make a Glimmer. Cult Healer, another land. Hardened Escort. Okay, so cast this guy. Can't attack into the escort. That's fine. I don't want to allow them to potentially be able to draw cards with this dude, so let's just kill it now. So choose a creature you control, then you target their creature, then you pay the cost, then you choose your creature. Okay. And then no attacks with the manifest, and back to them. Oh, this is expensive. What are they playing now? 7 mana. Valgavoth's Onslaught. Oof. So that's 3 5/5s? Yeah. Ditching a land, a found footage, and another land. Yeah, that's real rough. All right, I guess we have Slasher on defense now. The land comes in tapped, right? Yeah. And they're gonna, wait, they're gonna attack here? That makes 0 sense. Okay, block this guy. All right. Ooh, Monstrous Emergence, which actually cannot kill any of their manifest creatures, because the Monstrous Emergence itself is what deals the damage, so it doesn't work with Death Touch. Yikes. So I can play the second Soul Rager and kill Cult Healer, I guess. But I don't need to kill Cult Healer all turn. So let's see. It's basically just between, am I playing the Gym or am I playing Soul Rager? So if I play Soul Rager, we can potentially double block. Although obviously, if they hit any gigantic creatures under here, they can flip them over and we're super screwed. But it basically lets me go like Soul Rager, double block one of them, put Slasher on another one. Versus if I just play the Gym, all I do is I put a land into play, and then I can't even cast Emergence. I probably need to cast Emergence just to kill Healer so they have less stuff on the field. All right, so play Soul Rager. Oh, wait, I can attack, and the Defaced Gallery will make my guy bigger, right? And then they either trade... Ooh. They either trade, in which case the creature died, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, okay. Let's combat swing here. Trigger the gallery. So obviously I should have completely thought that through before casting this guy first, but I don't think it really changes anything. Like, I don't think playing this first is going to change at all whether they choose to block or not. So the order of their manifests were land, found footage, land. I don't know if that tells me anything. Will they trade with this? I doubt it. Yeah, okay. So they're not blocking. Monstrous Emergence, target... I mean, I feel like this is just blind. I don't think I can use which cards they surveilled over to determine at all which one's which. They spent a lot of time thinking about this one, though, which is weird, because the other card is found footage. All right, let's blast the found footage one. So, target this, pay the mana, choose this creature. What did I wind up hitting? Bear Trap, okay. Why did they take so long to choose, then? If it was just 2 different artifacts that they can't even flip over. Oh, well. It is what it is. Surgical Suite, getting back one of these guys. Trigger Cult Leader. I would assume Hardened Escort. Press the advantage. No, they're getting back Glimmer Seeker. So that leaves them with 6 mana to flip stuff. If all they do is unlock Hospital Room, then that tells me these creatures are not worth flipping. Or they're not creatures. Yeah, okay, they're unlocking Hospital Room, then these are nothing. Then these are just 5/5s. They're just gonna swing here, eh? No, okay. Putting a counter on this dude, sure. So we're going to go this in front of here, and we're going to double block this thing. All right, hopefully we don't get blown out. I guess we're not getting blown out. Slasher comes back. Both their manifest guys are dead. We lose. They killed our manifest and not our Soul Rager. That is bizarre. Okay, so this becomes a 5/5 next turn, but that's not really relevant. All right, so I don't really need to go fetch a land right now. I need to just manifest something. So let's cast let's cast the Weight Room, and I'm not going to attack them. So cast Weight Room. Opponent is making interesting decisions. You forgot the quotation marks around interesting. Ooh, Marina Vendril or this guy. All right, well, if I put Marina Vendril into play, I can't even flip her over. So let's grab Defiant Survivor. Yeah, I'm not going to attack because I want to be able to have both of my Soul Ragers block Cult Healer rather than trading. So hang on, I didn't even check this. The creatures that they had were Attack in the Box and Bashful Beastie, and they didn't flip either of those over. They thought it was better to play Hospital Room. That makes no sense. All right, so 5/5. So I do have to trade here if I want to trade. I think it's probably better to trade than it is to take 5. Oh, this has flying. Yeah, it's almost certainly better in that case. So let's see. I double block this with the Soul Ragers. I block here. I take no damage, and then this is a like multiple turns long clock. Or I block here, take 5, go to 4, and then I have to, and then I don't have any like lifelink. Yeah, I definitely have to block here. So block here, block here, block here. So that'll leave me with the Soul Rager and the Slasher tapped, and them with a Glimmer and Friendly Ghost. All right. Ooh, we drew Glassworks too, so we can just kill the Friendly Ghost. Excellent. Glassworks. Bam, kill this guy. And then I definitely don't feel the need to just take damage unnecessarily here. We're going to win the long game at this point. So let's unlock Moldering Gem and grab... At this point, it doesn't matter which one I grab. So let's just grab a Plains, and then we're going to pass. Friendly Teddy. Sure. All right. Let's just unlock Tunnel of Hate and then attack with Slasher, I guess. So Tunnel... They're probably going to block with the Teddy Bear, and we're each going to draw a card, so it depends on what I have tapped after all that. Probably not the Swamp. Combat. Attack with Slasher. Trigger. So then resolve these abilities. So they need to find a way out of this. Really, they're going to block with the Glimmer. I would have sworn they would block with Teddy Bear, because even though, yes, it draws us a card too, they really need to find an out to what we have on our board. No attacks from them. All right, combat. Just keep swinging with Slasher. Triggers go off. Teddy Bear blocks. All right, kill Teddy Bear trigger. We draw a card. Ooh, we finally drew an island. Gremlin Tamer. Unlock Shattered Yard. Make a Gremlin token. And over to them. Opponent casts Sphere of Immobility. Taps down Slasher. Okay, I mean, we just attack with Soul Rager, right? Combat. Swing. Triggers. I don't know why it forces me to stack these. So 10 damage if you don't block. All right, so blocking with Zealot. And here. Okay. So do they have a combat trick then? So try to kill this first. No, they don't have a combat trick. No, they do have a combat trick? Yes, they do. Okay. So we're still going to wind up killing both of them. And then remaining damage, kill both. All right. Well, pass. Shattered Yard triggers. They go to 17. All right. We have won the game. So let's see. We didn't see anything I can think of that would cause us to change anything about our deck. I guess they, like, what? They have Valgavoth's Onslaught as a big bomb, which means that 5 power Bashful Beastie lines up a little bit better against what they're doing, as does Rip Chain Razorkin and Inferno. Although I don't really know if I'm changing anything as a result of knowing that. There's also like the Gremlin Tamer, because we can't ever cast it on curve and takes so long to come out, is potentially a cut. I still think I'm fine with just running this back as is. So apparently the Commander's Rules Committee has resigned and they've switched control of the format to Wizards. I'm just now seeing this news. All right, this hand is not great, but it's good enough to keep. Obviously, I have this card that doesn't do anything without a creature, and without that, we have nothing to do until turn 3, but that's still okay, I think. Another room. All right, play Thornspire. All right. I guess I'll play Defaced Gallery. Plain Swamp Forest. Cult Healer. Ooh, Celestia. Okay. Option 1, Moldering Gem, go find a swamp, pass the turn. Option 2, Glassworks, kill this. This is not really too threatening. I think we're better off just ramping. Moldering Gem. Grab the swamp. Back to them. Cackling Slasher. Okay. That one has Death Touch, so I'd rather kill that one. Alrighty then. Wow, I can't Monstrous Emergence either one of these, eh? So, let's just play 2 creatures with Death Touch. Why not? Slasher, Burrower, go. They are still going to attack anyway. Alright, I am perfectly fine trading both here. Alright, everything trades, Slasher triggers and comes back. Second main, opponent plays another Slasher. Very well. Alright, I could play Glassworks and then unlock Painter Studio, or I could just flip over a giant manifest creature. So once again, I say we just take the more mana positive option, or the more, the one that caused us to spend more mana. So manifest, Rootwise Survivor, and back to them. Shrewd Storyteller, and then they're attacking with their Death Toucher. All right, no blocks. And then they just played a land and passed. Okay, so it cost me 5 to flip this over, and then I turn a land into a 3/3. All right, I'm going to put a stop in their end of combat so I can flip it over if I need to. So combat, attack here, trigger this. They are not blocking. What? Why did it not? Oh, I just needed to put the stop in my end step, or my end of combat, not theirs. Whoops. All right, well, that being the case, let's just kill both their creatures. Monstrous, kill this guy. Mana, pick this thing. So attempt to deal 6 to this. Glassworks, kill your dude. Play Mountain, and go. Dazzling Theater Prop Room. Okay. Sure. Combat. Swing. All right, flip this guy. Bamp, trigger. Opponent goes to 2. Put a thing on this mountain. And then I guess we just pass. All right, well, I don't think there's really much to say about that. Let's go to the next round. Round 2, hands acceptable. We're on the draw. Keep. Ooh, we drew an island. Back to them. Fear of Surveillance. Cast Flesh Burrow. Opponent swings. Chooses to keep the card on top. We're going to block. All right, trade land number 3. Patched Plaything. Okay, well, Mountain, I can choose to either play Rampage, Soul Rager to block, or I can play Centipede, Signseeker Centipede, go grab a Plains, and then double spell next turn, so that sounds better. Oh, wait, no, I can't double spell next turn because it doesn't actually ramp me. All right, well, grab a Plains. Oh, well. Hospital Room gets counter. That's rough. All right, no blocks. Well, the Gremlin Tamer is going to allow us to block the crap out of this. So if I don't block this again, I'm taking 8. So I'm probably going to throw the Centipede in front of it. So let's just play Plains Soul Rager. Then we're going to chuck this guy in front of it. And then next turn we'll go Gremlin Tamer, start casting enchantments. And we'll use the Gremlin tokens to block. Trigger, block here. Surgical Suite, get this dude back. Okay, so land, Gremlin Tamer. Cast this. Gym, which one is it? Moldering Gym? Yeah. All right, triggers go on the stack. Let's go grab our Swamp and Gremlin Tamer, and then over to them. Jump, aw. I thought we had it. All right, well, we're dead. Actually, exactly lethals us. Oh, well. Let's see. I don't think I changed anything as a result of that. It just didn't work out, so run it back. All right, ooh, we have 3 of our colors, and we've got turn 3 Slasher. Most excellent. Oh, and we've even got Centipede, Spineseeker Centipede to go grab the last thing. That's this, or play that for them. Terramorphic, back to them. Piranha Fly. All right. Behold, Slasher, pass to them. Split Skin Doll, draw. Attacks with Piranha Fly. Okay, no blocks, obviously, can't block. All right, well, combat, swing with the Slasher. Opponent blocks. Are we going to jump scare it? Sure, yeah, okay, that's fine. So trigger, this guy comes back. Then let's go land, Defiant Survivor. So the plan is next turn go Centipede, grab the Plains, and then Sheltered Ghosts. Well, never mind. I was thinking if they only had 1 blocker, we could do it, but now we can't. That is very lame. This is only +1/0. Yeah. I guess I can eat their manifest creature. Wait, what happens if you eat a sorcery, like, or an instant? Does it just stay exiled because it can't come back? Well, I guess I'll just play Long Neck, and we can wait on this. All right, will they attack with the Piranha Fly? They will. All right, I will block, because the Long Neck's not getting in, so stop taking damage from this. They did nothing. Marina Vendril, we're missing the last color. All right, it's still not worth it to shelter an attack, so I think we just go Spineseeker, trigger, grab the Plains, play the Plains, and then we just pass. Flips over Nico. That's pretty rough. 2-tap, exile target non-legend, return to the battlefield at the next end step. So they can start manifesting every turn for 2 mana? Yeah. So we have to target this with Sheltered by Ghosts, because otherwise it's going to be bouncing, Slasher back to our hand, sure. And then, yes, Twins. So rough. Okay. Emergence changes that a little. It's a 4 toughness creature, so none of my creatures can actually kill it. I guess I can Sheltered by Ghosts onto Survivor and then Monstrous to kill it, assuming this doesn't die. I feel like I kind of have to do that. All right, so Sheltered, target here, tap, tap. So let's get rid of the Manifest card, whatever that winds up being. It is a Cheerleader, sure. All right, Monstrous. So target Nico, mana, mana, and then pick this one. Take 4. Aw, come on, really? Okay, fine. Combat, attack. At least I can force them to have to block this so that they can't just keep manifesting every single turn. Or if they don't, then I get to manifest. Oh, I should have attacked with Spineseeker too. All right, manifest. Well, guess it's that one. Play Slasher. Over to them. Savior of the Small. And nothing, and they can just blink whatever. It's so frustrating with this in play. And we don't have our island for this thing. Comes back on end step. All right, combat. This is a 3/4, so the only things I can attack with are these 2. Oh, is Nico a 4/5? I completely forgot about that. Yeah, okay, we're just going to lose this game. So they can just keep manifesting every single turn without fail, and we have no way of stopping them from doing that. So they have basically infinite blockers for Slasher. All right, block, block, sure. And then they're going to blink this out. Wow. Forgetting about this has actually turned out to my benefit because I'm going to wind up manifesting. Well, I'll just keep manifesting nothing, apparently. Can't play Marina. All right, back to them. And then this triggers, and this comes back, and they manifest again. Stay hidden, stay silent, they bend. Patched Plaything. And they can even blink that to make it a 4/3 double strike. Although they are probably better off just continuously making these. So let's see. I can't actually attack with Defiant Survivor anymore. So I guess I'm just going to... No, I actually have no good attacks at all. All right, Soul Rager. Then over to them. Yeah, blinking the twins. They get to manifest again. Wait, oh, did they blink it at the wrong time? I assume they meant to bring it back immediately. Yeah, okay, here it comes. Got rid of Surgical Suite, sure. Wickerfolk Thresher. All right, cast Wickerfolk Thresher. We still don't have any good attacks, so pass to them. All right, blinking Patched Plaything. Patched Plaything comes back. It's a 4/3 with double strike. So they unlocked their room, and they're forcing me to block them, basically. All right, so let's see. I need to block this in such a way that we... And they can just blink anything in... Oh, so they can even, like... Patched Plaything can kill one of our guys, and then they can just blink it, so they actually never lose this. How frustrating. And then whatever this manifest is, I guess they have a maximum of 4 mana to flip it. Okay, so let's go here, here, and we've got to put something in front of Patched, but we're never going to kill it. If I don't block it, they get to draw 2 cards, so I have to block it. All right, let's block like that. It's another Patched Plaything underneath here. You've got to be kidding me. I was thinking, like, what can they flip for 4 that is going to be, you know, that... All right, so we have 1 turn where they can't blink stuff. Combat. Let's swing here, here, and here. Trigger Wickerfolk. All right, so we draw that. Manifest guy blocks here. They get their cheerleader back, but we at least gain some life. Fear blocks here. So go to damage. Then we play this. Play long neck. And back to them, and we're kind of in the same position. Yeah. The patched attack, I don't see how I could possibly get out of this. Maybe try to have them draw out. Chump here. I've flipped over 2 of my doors already, which is an issue. I can take 8 damage. I'm better off to just make it so that they don't have any more cards in their hand right now. All right, block with long neck. Fear of Falling. Wonderful. Okay. Beastie Beatdown. This cannot exile itself, right? Non-legendary creature. So we can kill Nico, and then we're still facing down these. We have to kill only Nico, because anything else that we try to target just gets blinked. So, choose target creature you control, target creature opponent controls. The creature you control deals damage equal to its power to the creature an opponent controls. So, and it gets 2/1 counters on it. So this guy already is just dealing a ton. So we put the counters on Wickerfolk, I guess, and it becomes 6 toughness. And then it can trade with one of the playthings, except for this thing reduces the power of it and loses flying until end of turn. All right, Beastie Beatdown. We're going to have to attack with the Wickerfolk because we need to draw cards. Choose target creature you control, and target creature an opponent controls. So do this. In response, I assume they'll just blink twins. They just didn't use it? Really? So if I don't attack with Wicker, they go attack. Fear of Falling makes this become a 5/6. It blocks one of the patched playthings. Assuming they have nothing else, these trade. I have nothing else to block the other one. I really just need to hit cards that matter. So combat, attack here, trigger Wickerfolk. It's a land. It's not even the land we want, unfortunately. Oh, they're just going to block here? Okay. So kill the flyer, kill the cheerleader. So that is the order. Then we kill both of those, and they get to keep their twins. Then this triggers, and they go to 4. So they can't just afford to keep attacking like crazy. Okay, maybe they can. Amazing. That was their draw for the turn. Holy crap. So this is 20. Oh my god. All right, let's spend a creature that we don't care about to at least deny them 2 cards. Is this a May, or do you have to do it? You have to do it. Okay, we're still going to die before they mill out. Hardened Escort. All right, they do have to block this at the very least. Oh my god, we just can't draw anything. We've drawn nothing. Yeah, so if we attack, they just block, and then they kill us. And we can't survive an attack here, right? We block one of these, and we take 10... 13, 16, 17, 20. Yeah, so we're dead. Man, that was frustrating. So as cute as the Gremlin Tamer and the Marina Vendril are, we just, so far, they've been liabilities because they've just been cards that we can't play. So essentially we have one of each land That's off color. And then we have, I believe, 3 green spells that go fetch lands. So it's sort of like saying we have 4 of each off color, except not really, because every time we play one, that reduces the number of off colors that we have. So the idea that we're going to get all 5, that we're going to get all 3 of them is kind of dubious. All right, round 3, we're on the draw. Just once, I want to cast Marina. Just once. All right, this hand is terrible. We can't actually do anything. All right, mulligan. All right, better. Keep, get rid of Soul Rager, because we don't even have any doors. All right, opponent plays Fear of Lost Teeth. Okay. Cast Flesh Burrower. Swamp. The draw 2, lose 2 room. Very well. All right, well, we need to press our attack. So first of all, combat, swing. Secondly, after that, am I going and fetching a plains, or am I... Yeah, okay, so we trade here. That's fine. Yeah, I guess. We just guarantee we hit a land, and I think I want Sheltered more than I want Cadaver right now. What's the other side do? Creature attacks alone, +1/0 Death Touch. Skull Snap, Nuisance, and nothing else. Back to us. All right, so play the land. Well, it gets way better if we manage to slip Defiant Survivor through. So let's just cast Defiant Survivor and then pass. Fanatic of the Harrowing. All right, we are discarding Longneck. They discarded Balemerc Leech. All right, so we go Sheltered on here. Tap, tap. And then we exile Fanatic. Then combat, swing. And then they don't have any good blocks. In second main, we get to manifest. And let's manifest a land. All right, over to them. Casts Drowned Diner. So they're going to get to Surveil and then draw 3, ditch a card. So I do like that they are not advancing their board at all. And that means I can keep attacking them. Surveilled away Vile Mutilator. Oh, no, they discard... No, yeah, they surveilled Vile Mutilator into the graveyard. And then discarded a land. Okay. All right, land number 5. So let's go Rootwise, combat, attack with everything but this dude. Free block. No, they should free block the Rootwise. No, they're going to block this. No, blocking the Rootwise. Yeah, there you go. So we have to target a land to become a creature. So let's target let's target one of the mountains and then surveil a land. All right, we have a pretty big board here. Opponent has way more cards than us, but they're very behind on the board. Right of the Moth, get Vile Mutilator back. So we sack a non-token enchantment, which gets back their Fanatic. Choose a non-token creature you control to sacrifice. I guess I'm going to sack a random Manifest guy that doesn't matter. And then we have to discard. Well, I don't see how Soul Rager helps us at all in this situation. So even though I can't even cast the Cadaver Lab, I guess long-term, I'm probably better off with it. So they've got a 6/5. And then let's see. So what blocks where? Oh, we happen to draw Swamp. Okay. Well, so they get a free block with the Mutilator. Presumably this goes in front of Rootwise Survivor. And then they get another free block here. And then this trades for the Defiant Survivor. And we hit them for 4. They go to 5. This is really not a great board for us, eh? Oh, no, we hit them for... So it's like block here, block here, block here. They take block here. They take 5. They go to 4. But then the only thing that we have to follow up with is Defiled Crypt. This also stuns something. I don't think it's getting any better for me if I don't attack, though. All right, let's swing with everything. Swing all. So the problem is if I just wait around not doing anything, they get to untap, start casting the rest of the stuff in their hand. They can unlock this door to stun something. Like, it just gets worse and worse if I don't do this. I assume, yeah, okay. So they blocked exactly as I thought they would. So let's go to damage. Trade, take 5, lose our guy. All right, play Swamp, cast the more expensive side of this. Do that one first so that when we unlock the other door, we get a token out of it. Not that we have anything that great to get back anyway, though. Oh yeah, Right of the Moth has flashback. Well, they don't even have anything great to flashback either, though, right? They're not attacking, they're not unlocking rooms, and they're not flashing this back. No, they just go straight to end step. Well, we drew a land. We can't do nothing. I guess I get back the Death Toucher because it's the best way of trying to get through this board, because all the other creatures don't really matter. All right, so Cadaver Lab, unlock, targeting Flesh Burrower. Then trigger this, we get a token. Then play Flesh Burrower. I guess may as well play a land. Like, we're not bluffing anything here. All right, we don't have any good attacks, so just pass to them. End step. Opponent is casting Live or Die and retrieving the Ghostly Keybearer. Okay. Fear of Falling. Yeah, this is rapidly becoming really worrisome. So they'll do what? Attack with Keybearer, unlock Stun Room? Nope, not even doing that. And not unlocking the Stun Room. So freaking confused. All right, so if we attack, I go attack with Death Toucher plus something. I don't know what. One of the 2/2s. I guess that's what we do. I can't think of doing anything better than that. All right, combat. Swing with Burrower. Swing with this token, or this manifest creature. Trigger, give it Death Touch. They're gonna block here. What? Yeah, no. Block here. Okay, it's the same thing. And block here. Why in the world would that be your blocks? Okay, are they gonna do anything else before damage? Oh, they're gonna bounce them both back to their hand. Okay, sure. So cast Moldering Gem. Trigger, let's go grab the island. And then I guess we just pass. There's maybe an argument to play the other side instead. You know what? I actually should have just played the other side. Yeah, that was wrong. Okay, so they replay the other dude, and he kills non-token enchantment plus creature, right? So we sacrifice Crypt plus manifest creature. Attacks with these two. Sure. So presumably reduce the power of Death Touch guy. No, reduce the power of our manifest creature. Okay. We can't block. Oh, and then they're going to stun the Burrower. So unlock Meat Locker. Stuns the Death Toucher. Yeah, I absolutely should have just played the manifest side of the room. They have enough mana to replay the demon, right? Yeah. Choose a non-token enchantment you control. Okay, sack the Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab because it's not doing anything. And then sack our weakest creature. Monstrous Emergence. Unfortunately, we can only deal 3. Oh, wait, I can flip this, right? So I can go 5, kill this guy, attack with everything, and then they die? Do I have enough mana to do that? Unlock. Not quite, but it's still going to be really good. All right, grab this. Then Monstrous, shoot that, pay for it here. Your guy dies, go to combat, attack with both of these. They're going to go to 2. So if I did the room last turn, they would have just stunned the 5/5. So I wouldn't have been able to attack with it anyway. It's still wrong. It was still wrong of me to do it the other way. All right. Right in the oh, right. Yeah, they can just get it back. Let's see. This is still stunned, but it's also one of the few ways I'm actually going to be able to get in. The fact that this is a 3/3 doesn't even matter because this thing just keeps blocking it. What am I getting next turn, right? So if I just sack this, they can't attack with anything because every creature is lethal. Sure. Sack this one. Yuck. Manifest another creature. All right. Well, I've definitely played this wrong. Swings here, reduces the power of this guy, presumably, which actually kind of doesn't matter because it's long neck anyway. Yeah, can't block. My god, can we just draw something? All right, if I swing with this, they block with the demon. I guess I flip it just to gain some life. I can't really attack with anything else, right? Like, if I attack with something else, they get a free block on one of our guys, then this is a free block on our part. I guess I can, because if they want to get a free death, then they also have to lose a creature. Although they can just lose, like, the Skull Snap nuisance. How much is this on the backswing? 7, 13, because they can block Vigilance guy, right? And then free block here, and then, or trade, and this blocks here. 6, 7, 11, 14 in the air. We're just going to lose, like, we're just going to lose if we don't get going. Combat, swing, swing, swing. Yeah, okay, so they're just trading. Oh, they're going to double block here. Sure. Assign blocking order. That's fine. Then flip this. Go to damage. So we at least kill 2 of their guys, and we gain some life. All right. Well, now we're just in a we're still in a horrible position, though. This is death in 2 hits, and they can just keep blocking us. Balemerk. Cracked Skull. Okay. So we're going to 18, and assuming they attack in the air, I mean, we're dead in 2 turns, so. We got 1 turn to find some kind of out, and I don't think we have any. Swings with the flyers, and they can reduce the power of this. And we've drawn another land. All right. So frustrating. All right, what am I bringing in? I would say this, but they actually have reanimation, so it doesn't help to kill their demon, because then they can just reanimate it. It's actually bad for us if we kill their demon, because they can just keep doing it over and over. So what are we doing instead? There's this door that can draw cards and give us Death Touch, which is something we need to do given all their blocking. What else do we have? Destroying a non-land permanent. Blowing their rooms up isn't that helpful. Death Touch blocks flyers. Although it can't even really block Fear of Falling because then it just reduces the power. Well, what's not helpful in this matchup? The Gremlin Tamer seems like completely useless because by the time we get it and they have all these flying creatures, having a bunch of 1/1s is irrelevant. This guy's not even that good either. Their creatures just line up really well against it. So Defiled Crypt's also super slow and bad. So the things I actually want are potentially getting them with this combo. And then of the black cards here, permanent Death Touch is better. Oh, Defiant Survivor's another one where it's kind of dubious if this gets in. I don't know. They don't do stuff until kind of later in the game, though, so it's possible we can get it going. Submit that. On the play for round 2, we have 2 mountains, and that's all. Okay, All right, keep this, put back. We have a thing that can go fetch our black source, so put back a forest. All right, island. Plays the Surveil door. We do a marina. All right, so cast Defaced Gallery. Over to them. Swamp. Balemerk. All right. Ooh, we drew the swamp. Excellent. All right, so swamp, bouldering gym. Go grab plains. Over to them. So their deck wins the long game, but they don't put a lot of pressure on, at least as far as I can tell. Skull Snap. Yep, let me take 2 from Balemerk Leech. All right, so I can draw cards and Monstrous to kill the Leech. So Derelict Attic. This one, this one, this one. Trigger, draw cards. Play this. Monstrous, reveal a creature in my hand. Shoot the Leech. Reveal the Centipede. Over to them. Unlock to manifest. So on our turn, we have a lot of different options. They bend another black door. Oh no, they did that off surveilling. Manifest, get rid of get out. Okay, option 1, play Centipede, and then the only mana I'll have left over is Painter Studio, which means I should unlock the studio first and see if I want to do anything else but Centipede. Option 2, just manifest a huge creature. And that seems better because the impulse draw off of this is potentially iffy. So let's just unlock Weight Room. All right, long neck, over to them. Because the problem is if I do Painter Studio and then I impulse draw into like 2 things that conflict with me being able to play Marina, then it means that I might not, like, if I want to play Marina on curve, I have to give those up, whereas I might have worse options. Wait, what? Target players, oh, wait, huh? Oh, because if they enchanted this, it wouldn't die. Gotcha. So if your opponent only has 1 creature, you can enchant your own dude to just be an edict. And then they surveilled away Fear of Lost Teeth. Okay, we're taking 4. I have 3, and then I'm 1 short of casting Marina. So let's Painter Studio. Unlock. There's no way I'm going to need the black mana, so let's go red, this one. And then if I really need to play a mountain, I can. All right, unlock this. We hit Forest, Soul Rager. Okay, so that's along for the next turn, so let's play Mountain. So if I play Centipede right now, how much mana do I have for Marina next turn, right? Actually, no, if I do Centipede now, then I have to get the island, and then I can't play this Forest. Yeah, I messed that up. All right, let's just cast Rager. Should have thought that through more. Thankfully, we're like about equal on cards. They're obviously slightly ahead. Unnerving to bounce their own... Oh, it bounces a permanent? Oh, bounce the edict and then replay it. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, we have to sack our guy, and we're taking another 4 and going to 7. So rough. All right, I don't have to play this Forest. I can go Spineseeker, Island, Marina. All right. Play this, trigger, go grab the island, play the island, play Marina, trigger. We hit 2 cards, and we bend a bunch more. Wow, that was kind of disappointing. You know what? I'm not going to say kind of. That was incredibly disappointing. All right, over to them. We put back this, a bunch of lands, ticket booth, slasher. All right. Oh, and Marina dies before she can do anything. Ugh. Man, Marina sucks. All right. Crackling to presumably take ticket booth out of our hand. I would assume at least. Yeah, taking ticket booth and swing. And there's nothing I can block where my guy doesn't die, so let's just block their biggest creature. All right. Triggers. Well, their creatures are both tapped. Excellent. All right. Well, they know what's in my hand as well. So Forest, Long Neck, Fear. So what do I do here? This is not lethal, even if I don't block. So the thing is, if I attack with Fear, right, and then they just attack with this, then I have to try to Frantic Strength here to block, and if they have removal, then we get blown out. But these are both 4/2s anyway. So yeah, let's just attack with Fear of Being Hunted, trigger. Swings with this guy, and the Skull Snap. So if this is a creature that's big enough to kill us in 1 hit, then we're just dead. Oh, they're just going to kill our guy anyway. Sure. Well, yeah, all right. Gain 2. Does this Frantic Strength matter? I guess I'm going to play it. Draw. Fleshburrower. Sure. Play this. Unlock this door. Combat. Attack for 8. Trigger. And if they can kill this guy, they can kill this guy. What are we going to do? I really wish this was Lifelink and not Death Touch, and it would make more sense that way since it would mitigate the life loss that you do in the first room. But maybe they tested lifelink and decided it was too good. All right, block. It was a land. All right, we're at 2. Our opponent has 3 cards. They obviously have an answer to this, otherwise they wouldn't have attacked. Plays another land. Is it the demon? They've been through a lot of cards. Fear of falling, sure. Drawing Glassworks, thank God. Thank God. Kill your fear. Combat. Swing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we won that one. All right, game 3. Am I changing anything? These games have caused me to reassess like everything that I'm doing. I definitely still don't want Gremlin Tamer. I maybe want to change which creatures I'm using. Seems like 4 power is also very relevant in this matchup, as is Death Touch. All right. What would I say is not good? The Defiant Survivor, like, you have to get it exactly early, and especially on the draw, it seems kind of bad. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of... I don't want to cut any of these. I don't want to cut Wicker Folk. I probably don't want to cut any of my rooms. The long necks have been incredibly mediocre, as has Marina. If I cut Marina... I mean, it was bad that game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to be bad. If I cut Marina, I would also cut an island and make the deck slightly better in that regard. But it's not like these cards are that much better than Marina either. So of these, the one that's better than Defiant Survivor is probably Bashful Beastie. They're playing a lot of Edict effects, and this is good against that. It's also big enough to tangle with their creatures, and it can attack into the 6/5 Demon. Sheltered by Ghosts has also not been great. So if I cut Shelter and Marina, and then I just slim down to only 3 colors, what happens? I bring in Cautious Survivor and Rip Chain. All right, let's cut this, let's cut this, let's cut Island, Plains, add Forest, Mountain, not Swamp. I don't know why it wants me to add that. And Cautious Survivor and Death Touch guy. All right, submit. Actually, I shouldn't have brought the Death Touch guy, and I should have brought Kona, or just one other one of the green creatures. This hand's acceptable. Keep. At least we got to play Marina once this league. All right, Forest, go. Another tap land, and not blue. All right, play Death Toucher. So they're lacking blue mana. The draw spell, sure. We drew our Swamp. I can play the Impulse, or no, this is not Impulse. Oh, it's Ticket Booth. Never mind, that makes that easy. Ticket Booth. I thought that was the Impulse one. Long neck into play, combat, swing. Then we can play Wicker Folk on curve and a beatdown spell. They have a lot of dual lands. Cracked Skull, I have, they're obviously going to take Wicker Folk Thresher, and then they see everything in our hand. That's fine. Okay, Wicker Folk gone. Ooh. Okay, Defaced Gallery, and then combat, swing, trigger, get the damage in while we can. Daggermaw, Megalodon, cycle. Sporogenic on here to eat our Death Touch guy, okay? So let's combat, swing, trigger this. 3, play this guy. Over to them. Just keep putting the pressure on. Skull Snap. Glimmerlight. Chose to keep the card on top. Equips Glimmerlight to Skull Snap. All right, I don't have Delirium. I can... Now, flipping this doesn't matter. Okay, so I could do Tunnel of Hate and attack here. I feel like I want to put more on the board first, though. All right, so let's go unlock Painter's... Oh, wait, no, I can attack them, and then the thing's going to trigger, and we're going to get more power. So this can just straight up attack them regardless, and this also can straight up attack them if I flip it, although they can still trade with it. Let's just Painter's Studio first. So we might flip over Slasher. So let's this one, and this one. Painter's Studio. Land plus this thing. Okay, so land, combat. Swing here. Trigger, get more power. I'm not swinging with this because I don't want to trade it for the stupid guy here. Kill that. And then probably just put more on the board instead of playing this. Or actually, I don't know. Because playing this, we can get Death Touch. Now let's just put more on the board. Long neck, over to them. Let's just try to get them into a position where they're forced to be on defense. Bounce, Rampaging Soul, Rager back to hand. Okay. Manifests a thing. That makes combat so much better, although they do have 3 mana open. All right, we're definitely playing this turn. So which one? The Derelict Addict's the one that draws cards. So this. Draw. That resolved pretty quickly, which makes me think that they don't have a response in their hand. I can only play a single 3-drop. This can block stuff. Okay. I have a lot of different options. Let's go to combat. Swing here and here. This triggers, they get pumped. Blocks there. Blocks there. I don't want to trade both of them, so let's just frantic on here. I guess this does more damage. No, then I just lose to the bat. So put it here. Tap, tap, tap. All right, kill that. Wait, what happened? Oh yeah, I forgot. It had all those death touch enchantments on it. Completely forgot about that. How in the world did I forget about that? Fear of falling. Yeah, all right. I think we're still good though. Okay, we can go. We have delirium now. Excellent. All right, so fear. Choose target creature you control. Their guy. Kill that. Play a land. I don't have any way of forcing this damage through, so combat, swing, block. Then they'll ping us, and then play Molder Gem. Trigger. Go grab another mountain. Back to the... Okay, whoa, this is coming down to the wire. So the correct move was to put the Fanatic, was to just flip the long neck and then trade with both of them and not have to use up my Flash Aura, obviously. Get Lost picking up... What did they pick up? Returning Derelict Attic. Oh, so they're just digging for an answer? Okay, then we're in a really good position. And by digging for an answer, they actually put themselves at lethal. Sporogenic, which doesn't work because it's another creature, right? Yeah. All right. Cannot believe we won that match. It does go to show, though, that, like, I'm the kind of player, I like to try to play the cutesy decks with, like, the 5-color legendary creature, but it's just not good. Just stick to your lane, play the actual good, efficient threats. It is what it is.